afterwards the experts from Bayer will come also and will explain their things about biodiversity and sustainability. Okay.
Yes.
Good morning, Bernd.
Yes. Good morning. I welcome here on my farm. It's not a problem to be at 8 o'clock on my farm, but it's for me easier if I know you come, because I have to do my work also. So this morning I decided to get the tractor from my colleague, because we work together as farmer with 3 other colleagues, and tomorrow I want to have the tractor. That's the idea. This afternoon I can drive with the tractor and can work on the field. So I think stay up very early, and so we can do some work in front of the day. But I think it's good that you are very early here. The farmer is normally to stand up very early, and we take the time and use this idea that you are early here, and we explain that's my station here, and I explain something about my farm, this station, and we take the time, and we have the time for you all. If you have questions, please ask me, it's not a problem. My English is not so good, but when you have problems, I hope when I have problems you help me, and so I think that we can have all the most of it. My farm here in Rhineland is about 115 hectares big or large. The farm is in the 6th generation by our family. It's built 1845, and since this time my family is working on it, and I'm lucky to work on this farm. I think, and that's the normal thinking of a farmer, it must be the normal thinking of a farmer, that these are the best place over the world, because then the farmer can do his best work, because a farmer must be a farmer with head and heart, and that's very important, and that the family also take care that everything is working. So my son also is interested in thinking what is going on, as I'm thinking what is to do, and so it's for me as a father very nice that the children also have I think the virus for farming, and then it's very good, because you must have a little bit, I think, virus. Then you can't be a good farmer. The farm here is a good soil. The soil in Germany is classified in a range from 0 to 100, and here in the farm around heavy 95 to 98 points. So it's very nice, it's very good. Other farmers are better. I knew it. My wife came as a region. There's a soil they have around some fields with 100 points, but I say it's not a problem. We have more rain as you, and I think we have our rain with 780 liters each year, and very similar all over the year, is the best for farming. But that is also the discussion, and that it's very fine to have in this thing the discussion to be that best must be also better, and you have to work every day that you can do something to get it a little bit better. But I could say this year is not our best year, because the weather condition was very worse, but that's later on. On our farm we produce sugar beets, potatoes, winter wheat, winter barley and oilseed rape. We have a little bit corn, about 1,000 square meters. It's not too much. It's similar for this region here, because in this region normally, in the past, the main crop was sugar beets, because in this area we have a lot of sugar beets factory, and our sugar beets factory is actual in Jülich. It's about 40 kilometers away, and that's very good for us, because the distance to the sugar factory is factory I think in the future has no problem to get more sugar beets and can work very long. That is the idea for the sugar factories here in Germany, because they are working on the free market, that they think it's better to work more days in the year, and so they can get a better price or can produce cheaper, and the farmer can, I hope, get a better price. I hope. Yeah, you know. The sugar beet factory is here 5 von Langen. It was in the past, we have also bäuerliche sugar beet factories, but it changed all to 5 von Langen, and 5 von Langen has here in the region Euskirchen, Jülich, Apeldoorn, the 3 factories, and they produce out of 3.5 million tons sugar beets sugar, so they have to work about the normal year about 110 days each year to produce sugar, and they want to go of 120 days, but for me as a farmer it's better for me, only thinking of me, is when they work only 100 days, because the campaign is not so long and the sugar beets haven't done to be so long in the field, and I probably must not harvest too wet, and that is the problem of the soil. Wet weather conditions and wet soil is for farmer it's the biggest problem, because you press too much the soil, and then you can then you have problems by the next years that you can harvest a lot. It's something other farmers think it the other way. My father says, "No, you have to work very correctly. You have to work very dry, and you can see it, and you can see it also." And my father is someone who looks around and says, "Look there, that's not correct, and there on your field it's not correct," because it's a training of years. He is 84 years old. He drives with his car always around and looks and says, for example, a special point, someone don't spray exactly his corner of the field. For example, he don't clean exact his sprayer, and he come, let's drive to this place and show, so look, don't make such mistake. It may be possible that you also make the mistake. Don't say that the other farmers don't make a mistake. Think about it. You also can make a mistake, and that is so. That's a picture of such a mistake. Not to say the other farmer has a problem. No, think you may also make such a mistake, and that's very important to learn. And that is to learn of mistakes from other people. That's the most. I hope. It's a long way. I learned today. I learned from my father, and it's very important because he says you have to learn from mistakes. Easier is to learn from mistakes you do myself. It's very easy, but it's cheaper to learn from mistakes with others do, and that's the biggest issue or idea we have to work at. The potatoes, when we produce, they are potatoes for French fries. We storage them till April or May, and the potatoes goes to Vermont or to the Venlo. Sometimes also Venlo and Vermont are very close to us. It's about 60 kilometers. Sometimes they go to Belgium or very close to the ocean. Then because they produce also their French fries, and they go per ship as Tiefkühlcontainer around the world to Shanghai. Frozen container, it's not a problem. So our problem, potatoes you can, I would say, buy when the factories want them all over the world, because the transport is not so expensive. When we talk to the pommes factories, they say when the pommes is on the Tiefkühlcontainer or a frozen container, it's cheaper to go from there Shanghai as back to Rhineland, because the transport is the biggest is with a lorry very expensive. The winter wheat we harvest is very heavy, good conditions to sell. We sell it to the Cologne or Neuss or Düsseldorf to the mills. Also the oilseed rapeseed to Neuss. They are very the Zels or Tivissen. That is the biggest rapeseed oil mill, and then about 20 to 30 kilometers away. So we have everything very short to us, and we must say around here, when you look and you make a circle around our farm, about 100 kilometers, more than 25 million people are living there. So we have living in a circle where a lot of people are working, living, and we as a farmer has a lot of customers around who want to buy our products. So it's for farming very nice, but everyone runs through the field, or drives with a cycle to the field, or goes with his dog through the field and looks what we farmers are doing, and looks very, I think, as younger they are, as special they look what we are doing there, because we don't explain. That's the problem, I think, of whole farmers, I would say, here in this region. I think maybe probably all over Germany, that the distance between farmer and customers are very big. The last, I must say, the last min who helped my father to control weeds in sugar beets is about 69 years old, and he was the youngest of them. And he's the one who says, hey, on your field there are 2 weeds, they must be tee out because it's not fine. And so the conditions to think when a farmer spray his field against weeds, most of them think the farmer do bad work. And we spray mostly, I spray mostly in morning time or afternoon time, not where I have I'm trouble with my wife. No, it's not a problem. It's only to get the best point to bring the plant protection at the point where it had to work. So we spray often morning or afternoon time to get the best, and the most farmer here around, because the most farmer themselves drive the sprayer because the farms are not too big. And the people around say, when they spray in the time where normal people are sleeping, they do something illegal, there's their thinking. And that's a point where we farmer have to work. And we farmer want to, that's the idea, to explain them in several ideas. And so we in Rhineland, the organization of the farmers, the RLV, has organization that we have in the Rhineland 7 days at Sundays, where where people also can drive from cycle around to several farms. For example, to 5 farms. This year it was in our region here. We had 1 point, and our farm also, that the cycles drive 30 kilometers around and drive to 5 farms, and they can see a farm like mine, another farm who has cows, another farm who has strawberries, the other farm has vegetables, and the other farm has, jetzt muss ich wissen, Gänse.
Gänse?
Ja.
Something like this?
Goose. So it's gut. Jetzt muss ich mal selber lachen.
Sorry.
Nein, ist gut. So it was very interesting to see how many people come around, and where we are on the tour, we think about 2,000 people comes and look what we farmers are doing, and it was very interesting. But in several 6 other places in the Rhineland also it was, and one tour they told there was more than 7,000 people with bicycle around. And I think that's a good idea to get the people back to the farmers and show and explain to them what farmers do. Other farmers say, oh, mostly you are farmers and you are talking also with farmers, it's not very interesting. It's not very good. But I think it's very good because normal time a farmer talks never to other people. He more sits on his tractor. You can see it also as sits up, above, all over, and looks from the tractor down to the other people. And that's a problem, to talk eye in one line. And that's very important, and that I think it's a good thing that is a good thing that the contact people to farming get more, I think, closer. And that's the point I want to show here. We explained to them here which kind of wheat we plant in the past, and so on, and how important is what is breeding. Breeding, in the normal German people says breeding is bad. It's very bad because breeding, they don't know what is going on. But then I think it's more the people around. I would say a friend of mine says the people who know that the milk is coming from purple cows are those people think that birding is bad. So you see, you all know the milk is not coming from purple cows, but a lot of people have this problem because the TV sent messages, and so we have to want to explain to them what is farming about and why we farmers work in such a way, I must say. And so I want to explain what we do. We show them different types of cereals and the Erfolg is develop success by birding. And that's so I want to show you here over there, very easy. It's
Herr Olligs, können Sie noch fragen, ob jemand fragen möchte, dass something.
5,000 years we have einkorn, and you can see in this year we have also every time only one corn.
It's no translation.
Ja, das weiß ich.
Okay.
Habe ich auch geguckt, aber ich komme nicht weiter.
Alles klar, dann gucke ich dann hin.
Nein, gestern habe ich gesagt, ich hätte falsches Programm genommen. Aber egal, also ich hatte Google Übersetzer, da kriege ich so direkt auf den Sack von meinen Kindern. Wie kann man nur Google Übersetzer nehmen? Ja, wäre falsch. So this is one einkorn, or the one corn, and you have only one corn at one place. That was for 5,000 years. And then the farmers look every time to get better, and then they have a mutation, and then we come a step more forward, and that's here. We have Emmer, and you have two corns at one place. So you all think about, jetzt muss ich wissen, Bible. They're standing. If you put one corn soil, how many corns do you get? And when you see, the farmers are very lucky and see one corn in the earth, and they get here with more corn. It's very good. So you see, one step ahead, and then I think also more than 1,000 years more far, they make the next step, and we have Dinkel. And when you look Dinkel, you have 3 corns. And then you can see the farmer is more lucky. It's good. But when you see the corn here, also we have a lot of spells or leaves around the corner. And for eating it's not very easy. How to get the leaves away? A pig don't would eat it because it's too many leaves around and it's not very tasty. Therefore, the farmers think we must be better, and we get the next step forward. And we have a normal winter wheat, and you have also the ear is bigger. Also have 3 corns, but the corns each selves are bigger, and we have corn without leaves. And when a pig comes and sees that, it's very nice for a pig. I think for people also it's very nice. It's very easy to make such a winter corn without a lot of mechanic work, special work. You can eat. You can get something to eat, and that is the point I would show. How important it is that farmers look forward and want to breed and do something special. But in nowadays, all the people think farming is bad. They think birding is very special. Because nobody knows the problems when it's nothing. When they have not enough to eat, and that is the big point. I think when we have a normal a year like this, a year where we have a lot of rain, early in the year, I think I would say in this year, when we have rain from the 20th May to the 20th June for more than 200 liters, then we have problems by producing our food. I think this year we have problems because of this rain. That will have about 30% less harvest by winter wheat as the year before.
Quantity, you mean, or the quantity?
Quantity.
30% less?
30% less as last year. By spraying correctly, I would say. By winter wheat we have some places when the rain comes very, I would say, silly, in the Blütenzeit, Blüte wäre, when it's flowering, when the winter wheat is flowering, we get a lot of rain, and we lost, and I have one place, one field, I do everything to get the best yield, and I think we only harvest at this place 50% as last year. When you think about potatoes, we spray every time we can drive, I would say. It's very special to say it, but we can't spray. I was lucky that I can spray in one day all my potatoes, then it works. But some farmers don't don't have enough capacity to do this work, and they have a problem of Phytophthora. When you think about it, I think you don't find in January organic produced potatoes out of this in this region, because every organic produced potatoes are away. The Phytophthora is so early, the potatoes is killed before you have a small potato in the ground. So we have no potato, we have less winter barley, we have less winter wheat, and it was a year where normal people here in Germany have to die because they have not enough to eat. But that is what farming is doing. Or what the problem is, we in Germany have enough money, we can buy our products all over the world. We can also say it's good that we have plant protection, that we can save it, that you control the weeds. The biggest problem in the past was to control the weeds. That's something what's also special that we have to know, and that is something I learned from a man who helped my father to do the work. Also my grandfather, he's about 85 years old. He comes around when we are planting our flower strips and says, "Hey, Bernd, your granddad, when you see that, he would turn around in the earth when you see what you are doing here. You plant weeds in the field, and I and your grandfather have to look after them all day long. each day I work on the farm, and he started working till he's 14 years old. Each day long I worked here for more of 40 years and have to control the weeds, and you plant them in the field. You are silly. You get normally we get such a wood, and you get the wood on your back, because it's not good. Because he says, when you think about is, and so we come to explain, in 1955 they turn around sugar beets with a plow, because they can't control the weeds, and they have in front, they plant the sugar, plant nicht, säen ist doch plant, ne?
Plant, yeah.
Plant sugar beets, they control them that there's only one is staying. That has, when you go, you rob about the sugar beets, control it with hand. You have to do each hectare, you have put in it more than 100 hours, each hectare. And then the rain is coming, you can't control the weeds by hand work, because the weeds after rain grows another time, and they can't control it. So then they decided to plow it down and plant grass and clean to get something out of the field, that they all can feed the cows in the storage. So you must see, it's very important that a farmer can use plant protection to control the weeds. And afterwards, I must say, my father says, as he first time used plant protection, it was for him that point that he says, 1 or 2 years more and I can't produce sugar beets, because the weeds, especially Camilla, was very difficult to control, and he had take plant protection in the first time, and every people around. One moment, please. Muss eine Nase putzen. Läuft die Nase. Every people around who want to have to that they control the sugar beets by standing one sugar beet after the other. Normally you plant the sugar beets every 6 centimeters, and they have to stay afterwards as 24 centimeters or 18 centimeters. Every people says, no, I don't come to you, because your sugar beets there are too many weeds in it, it's too hard work. And then they say, no, don't come to you, and he says, how to do the work? I need 20 men they help me. And then he get from BASF pyramine and he spray it, and after 7 days every people around come to him, hey Olligs, I want to clean your sugar beets, it's not a problem. And everyone around comes, and every farmer around comes and looks, what's that? And then it works. It's only the point, and that is something special. The people here in town drives that was so in the past. At Sunday around with a cycle and looks where are the clean sugar beets, and then they are paid by Accord and said, so this where's the work easiest, where's the clean sugar beet places without big, I think, not stones, on earth points where it's easy work. Then they come, and that is something special, and that's the idea what the old man says, you plant weeds in the field, how to manage it. So I want to say we stop here. I think coffee is ready or not? Haben wir Kaffee?